Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your May 2017 Astro Tarot forecast. My name is Charlotte from Astrological, and this month we'll be discussing the stars and cards for the month of May and how it plays into your annual story. Okay, this month I'll be using the Everyday Witch Tarot by Deborah Blake and illustrated by Elizabeth Alba. And for clarification, I'll be using the Mystical Wisdom card deck written by Gay Guthrie and illustrated by Josephine Wall. Also, I'm going to use as a relationship perspective the Whispers of Love Oracle cards, and these are by Angela Hartfield and also illustrated by Josephine Wall. Hey Sagittarius, let's get started. The first row of cards here are going to depict the new moon that took place on April the 26th in the sign of Taurus that highlighted your 6th house of work, health, and pets. And this new moon opened a 2-week window, so this is really the introduction energy of May coming through. Now the second row that I'm going to lay out is for the full moon that's going to take place May 10th or 11th, depending on your time zone, in the sign of Scorpio. And this is your 12th house, and this covers all of the subconscious materials that you have as the opening to your spiritual world. And it also covers illness and mental illness. So you'll want to be careful, definitely in the first 2 weeks, to monitor your health and the health of your pets as well. Now the third row that I'm going to lay out is going to cover the new moon in Gemini that is coming up May the 25th. And this will open up another 2-week window for a pocket of energy that is going to take place in your relationship sector. So definitely you're going to be balancing work and health this month, and also really beginning to have a look at your relationships and how you behave within your relationships and what you expect from your partner in relationships. Okay, so let's look at the cards first. The first thing that I see is that there may be an issue with a child that's coming in very quickly. This child may be part of your family unit, and there seems to be some sort of judgment involved. This could also be a creative project that you're trying to work very hard on, that you're trying to move very quickly with. This could also be travel that's coming up very fast. For some of you, this is about an older relationship, one that you're having a memory of, or you're feeling a little bit melancholy about. And you're thinking about maybe moving quickly towards that relationship, but you're just not willing to quite move forward there yet. I think for some of you, that's because things are going so very well within your life right now. You're feeling like you've really come into your own, like you're really on a new cycle. But I think some of you are sort of reflecting back and determining what you might want to do about this relationship. Now, for some of you, this, if it relates to a child, this is about you envisioning the perfect family life. And you envisioning maybe what it means to be a mother, someone who is very stable, who is independently stable, financially independent. And I think maybe you have some worries about this situation. For some of you, this is about maybe an older female figure who is Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo that you may have some apprehension about. You may feel like this person is very manipulative regarding your family situation, and you may feel like there are decisions being made where this person is consulted and you really aren't in on the picture. For some of you, you may be thinking about having a child, and if this is the case, I don't think you're quite ready yet either. The Four of Pentacles is here, and I feel like you don't have enough money yet, or you're wanting to maybe solidify some financial security related to your home or where you live in some way. And the Hermit is here, and the Hermit goes into himself, but it's also asking for spiritual guidance. And I think that that is where you're at right now, where you feel like you're about to go off on this new opportunity related to home and family, and you really are trying to discover or discern the direction that you want to go in and the direction that you want to take your career field into and how you're going to make money. There has to be a balance of give and take within your relationships. And for some of you, I think that's going to offer up some temptation, maybe with this older relationship in some way. You're just feeling like you're a little bit unbalanced. You're feeling like maybe there's more than one person involved in your relationship, or you're suspicious of that. For some of you, this is about, you worrying about money and feeling a lot of anxiety, and maybe your partner just not understanding how you're so concerned about financial security. Or maybe it's your partner that's concerned. We'll try to discover that information with the cards here. So I want to start out, even though this is at the end of the month, I want to look at this because this is the worst card that you have here, honestly. And Page of Pentacles is here in the world. So this may be about how you're going to make money in the future and where you're traveling to. And also this could relate definitely to a young earth sign. Female, could be a message related to money and how you're going to put yourself out into the world. And feeling like, again, like you don't have enough. So I think a lot of this definitely is money related, or feeling like you having a little bit of doubt in your self-confidence in some way. Some of you definitely have some offers of love coming up in regard to balancing your relationship patterns. I think you're going to be able to be strong and to finally have the nerve. For those of you who are looking back to that older relationship, you're going to finally have the nerve to put yourself out there to that person or to send them a message. So this Judgment card that's coming up is definitely about fulfilling your career obligations and also having enough money for the future, being able to go in the direction that you want and not feeling hampered by other people. I think the temptation here is going to come from maybe you overeating, spending too much time at home. There's a father figure here, and so this may be something that you're thinking about that may be giving you anxiety related to this Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo person energy here. You feel like maybe interfering or putting, involving themselves in your situation. And some of you are concerned about getting pregnant. Some of you are concerned about a mother figure here, and maybe feeling like there's a lot of grief and heartache involving this person. And definitely there is a situation coming up, Sagittarius, related to this vision that you have of a perfect family. And I think it's giving you, there's some surprises that are going to be coming up related to travel and family, and related to, it's like someone wants to have their cake and eat it too. And that's the decision that has been made. This Queen of Pentacles. This is the card of Sagittarius, Temperance. It is reversed. Things are out of balance, I feel like. And there's a lot of people on the table. We have the Emperor, we have the Empress, we have the Queen of Pentacles, we have the Page of Pentacles. Let's see what this travel that's coming up very quickly, this career thing. It seems to be with a relationship, with a partner. Yeah, some of you definitely have more than one relationship here. Some of you are, it's almost like you have this childlike view of home and family, and you're going out on this new endeavor with a partnership, but the Tower is here over the Ten of Cups. And so it's almost like that vision that you have of home and family is not going to work out quite the way you wanted to, or there's a situation that's going to arise within your home and family that's going to cause you to be hesitant. It's going to throw you off your balance a little bit in making your decisions. And I feel like there's an opposite energy that's very much like someone is too materially focused and that's meddling too much in the direction that you're going in. There's two people. There is a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, and the Emperor here. That seem to be manipulative energies. The Emperor could be a father figure. This could be someone that's in charge of you on your job. This could just be someone who has the authority over you in some ways, being overbearing. But I feel like this is causing you to feel very tired and overly manipulated. in some way, and you still have this grief process either going on about a child or a mother, and trying to rank. It's like all of these things have knocked you off of balance. You can't be the person you want to be because you're too busy dealing with the needs and wishes of all these people around you and how they see your future goals. There's a lot of communication going on. It's almost like you're withholding something, a secret. Maybe this is a secret in communication from a female person who could be in Aquarius. The star card represents Aquarius. Or you're not really letting people know also what your hopes and dreams are, what the things that you want that keep you in balance. It's like you're having to suppress yourself in some way because of putting yourself forward in a relationship, but that is destroying your picture of home and family. Let's see what else this Tower is about. Queen of Cups here. So this is definitely a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces person in the picture. If you have water in your chart, it could be you feeling like you're not going to be nurtured enough, or you aren't being nurtured enough, you aren't being taken care of. Or if you have someone in your life like this could be an event that's happening with this person. And this is what throws you off your balance in some way. See, why is Sagittarius off their balance? There's some sort of decision, the scales of justice. Something is bothering you that you feel is not fair. Or there's a legal situation involved. It may, this again may be by this manipulating Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn person, and it may relate to this father figure here. But there's something about the scales of justice, maybe between these two people, that aren't working out quite right. And it feels like all the ingredients, everything that you've been putting, into the pot, as far as saving money or building towards a future goal, is sort of leaving you feeling defeated. It's making you feel like there's not enough. There's too many conflicts. There's too many people fighting, pulling you in all these directions. And then you have all these worries. I think you're going to communicate with this Aquarius person here. Definitely if you are a male Aquarius, this could be you. And my candle has just gone out, I guess. So, I'm sorry. If you are a male Sagittarius, this could be you. Or another male fire sign who is communicating with this Aquarius person here to try to get some knowledge, to try to disclose these secrets that you've been keeping. And I really think that you're looking for some guidance. And this is a celebration of home and family here. So it's almost like there's this celebration. This is what you secretly want, or this is what you wish was coming. This was your hope and wish to have this celebration. I have 4 females here, some little cats around. There's a birthday party going on. This is towards the last week in May. So it could be like you're communicating a lot with an Aquarius female about some sort of celebration and feeling like there's been some heartache and some disruption related to money, related to conflicts between groups of people, and you're finally telling someone about it. Now the truth is coming out about a certain matter. Again, definitely some air signs involved here. And this could be in relation to an older male, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. And this person is feeling defeated in some way because of their finances and the conflict around them. King of Cups is here reversed. Got a lot of people on this table, Sagittarius. And I think the Mercury retrograde is working on me today, but just know that it's happening for a reason. We have this male energy here, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. This may be someone who is usually quite compassionate. They may be the leader of a family, but they're upside down right now because of certain conflicts and not really knowing what's going to go on. And they've been defeated in some way. And it's something about maybe for some of you, this is someone who has gotten sick, and there's something about the medication that they've been taking, or there's something about something in the bloodstream. I don't want to get too far on the health side here, but that just came to me. So with this Tower card up here and this home and family, I think that there's certainly a disruption. Now, when that new moon came, this is about maybe a family event that's taking place along this first week, and maybe you're wishing you were there, or maybe something suddenly disrupts that event and that celebration. This may relate to a child. And you're just feeling like you can't complete a process, or you've tried everything and you're just feeling like crazy because of a certain relationship, or just feeling like you can't really be there for another person because you've tried so many things within a relationship that it's just dying. You know it's dying, but you just keep trying. But then there's this celebration that's happening on this same day that you're feeling like there's something disrupted going on. For some of you, this could be something going on that's disrupted with your family at a distance. And this has you feeling out of balance and really almost like you're sick of other people around you because you're concerned about your family. And you're tired of these manipulative other people in your life. Yeah, I feel like there's definitely a manipulative older male here. Some of you are feeling personally attacked in the balance of your relationships. And some of you are feeling like you're worried about a pregnancy, or you're worried about a mother figure, maybe both. And feeling like you just want to move on to calmer waters. Like you want to leave these manipulative other people. Even though it looks like you're going to be traveling very quickly with a partner, and a partnership is going to work well during that full moon in Scorpio, which is going to take place on the 10th or 11th, and that is in your 12th house. So maybe you are busy preparing for vacation, or you're getting ready to travel very quickly. But I think towards the end of that full moon, you're still going to feel like you're being personally attacked. I think you're going to have the strength to say what you need to say, but you're feeling it personally attacked, and like how the money is dispersed to you from other people, or either that or the balance within your relationship here. And that is going to lead to some heartbreak and feeling like you don't have enough, like you are made out to be a pauper or something on a public level. And the sun is here too, so that's yeah, I think that you're just trying to decide by the end of the month about how to make things work related to long distance issues and travel, and trying to find balance in your relationships. This month is fraught with the retrograde, Sagittarius. For one thing, Mercury is still retrograde until the 3rd of May. And Mercury rules your relationships. And it's taking place in Taurus. So you have a lot of issues dealing with work and health and daily routines that you really need to come up with a solid plan for. There's information that you need to know. And by that full moon in Scorpio on the 10th or 11th, depending on your time zone, you may have to really take a break. You may need to withdraw. That Hermit may be you withdrawing. And then by that new moon in Gemini, this is a new beginning with a relationship. And this new beginning with your relationship with your parent or partner could relate to an Aquarius or fire sign male, but it seems like there's a lot of conversation that needs to be had pertaining to secrets and even financial matters. And it's almost like you're wanting to tell someone something, but you haven't been willing to up until this point. But then the truth comes out. Because there's a new opportunity available for home and family celebrations that you're seeing, but you're feeling maybe like your partner or someone around you is a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces isn't willing to take that opportunity. And so it's like you keep adding up all of these, you keep adding these ingredients to show them how different scenarios could work out, but they're unwilling to budge. And they're like a kid with a shiny new penny, and they have the world at their disposal. And so maybe you're feeling left out in the cold, but nevertheless you're trying to still make it work out in your relationships. For some of you, there's a celebration again coming up in this last week in May, maybe someone's birthday, and this could relate to a Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra male. And maybe you're feeling left out of that celebration. Again, some of you really going to have to watch the health of someone close to you, especially an older gentleman who may be having issues with their blood or their medication. Okay, I'm going to use my other clarifiers right quick. Sagittarius. So what is this travel situation coming up here? Okay, it says be supportive, show that you care, and think about your future. Think about the potential. So even if you're feeling, like this person wants their cake and eat it too, and they're making decisions without your input, it's just saying, right now, look into the future, think about the potential, but don't discredit anything. And see what is going to go on with that Tower. That was a concerning situation, maybe with your home and family. It says originality. And then saying have patience. Patience. What is the energy for the Tower? Yeah, the Hangman, waiting. So some of you are having, it's almost like a celebration with home and family is being postponed, or you're having to wait on a situation. Okay. And then what is this going on with relationships when you feel like you're just so worn out? You're just overly exhausted with even trying. And it says there are illusions in your relationship. You need to embrace the truth. So down here we have this heartbreaking relationship. So I want to ask, why are you feeling left out in the cold? What is the situation? The card of enlightenment is here. And being willing to express love. When we express love, we begin to receive love. So we want to make sure that we're expressing or giving our love to the right people, and also having a balance in relationship. Are your expressions of love being met by another person? Are they being balanced out in the right way? And are you willing to give enough in a relationship? Are you willing to go the distance? And what was the issue with this male figure here, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces? It's the 7 heavenly virtues, the keys to goodness. So it's almost like onto that. So surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environments. So you want to make sure that everything you're doing has the right vibe, the right energy, the right good. And it seems like someone is just being emotionally manipulative in this situation, and it keeps you feeling defeated. If this is someone who is sick, this is saying they may need your support and care, and this could also be a reference. Again, we have the patience card. This is about waiting for the outcome with this person. So I think at the end of May, you're still waiting on that same outcome that you have up here. And there's so many conflicts going on with it. It's going to take some time to work out. So going into June, let's see, Spirit, what do you have for Sagittarius going into June. And I think I want to use these cards here. I haven't used them the whole time. So I know in the beginning I said I was going to use 2 clarifiers, but I feel like there's a lot of unknowns here. What is the advice that you have for Sagittarius this month? How can they uncover truth? And how can they be willing to reach out to other people? And how can they have patience? See, there's a group of people that want to support you. I love it. I get this card. This means spiritual support and people here on earth that are willing to support you. See, music can be an outlet. For music, when I get that card, I think of the energy that flows from one person to another, and then we have safe travel. So definitely people who are prepared to support you spiritually and physically, and allowing your travel plans to flow as they're supposed to flow. Even though you may feel personally attacked in some areas, this is about maintaining harmony. And it's saying expect a miracle. So don't discredit everything. Make sure you think about the potential, future potential of your travels. And even if you're feeling manipulated and left out in the dark, in some cases, and personally attacked, and you're worried about home and family, there is definitely potential for you in your career sector and home moves and travel. Who is this person down here? What do they need? And it's like you're practicing communication with someone. If you have been unwilling to reach out to someone from the past, this may be you finally trying again. On the card of animals here. So for some of you, if you felt like there was someone, there's more communication about finding a way to secure the home for an animal. This may be something that you're having to do a lot of communication about. It may actually cost you some money in order for you to feel secure about the future, and you may decide to hurry up and do that, and to initiate that by that new moon on May the 25th. I wanted to ask one more thing. I think that the final outcome for the month and going into June, I wanted to give you some hope about what was going on in your relationships. And I think that you're going to have some new inspiration about feeling protected in certain relationships. And if you've had someone that you've been holding a grudge against in reference to maybe an older relationship, this is a time to make peace and to offer forgiveness. Again, being willing to express love. And I think there's something new that you're going to learn from this. And it's going to lead you towards better times. So if you're feeling left out in the cold by one individual, there's definitely someone who you can be willing to make amends with, that knows you and knows you well. And also these hidden issues. I think you have to use, as far as these manipulative people are concerned, you have to use your voice. It's going to be the power of your voice that's really going to allow things to be more pleasant. You know, sometimes people try to really control us in certain ways, and they'll keep doing it until you verbally stop them. You know, sometimes we have to define boundaries verbally, and we have to say, you know what, enough is enough. I'm not going to do that. You're not going to keep me feeling unbalanced or out in the cold anymore. I'm not going to do what you say. I have goals and dreams too. I have people that I want to see and places that I want to go. And I want to follow the path of what is good. And if you feel like someone is leading you down the wrong road, now is the time to say so. So give all of these new future ventures a try. Sagittarius, I see that coming. And try to maintain peace and harmony during that adventure. But I think, I'm planning that adventure. But I think by the new moon in Gemini in your relationship sector, you're really willing to stand up for yourself. You're going to be confiding in someone else about the state of your relationship, and this may be an older person or a partner that you haven't seen in a while, and you're going to be willing to share something with them once you've worked out some issues with them, maybe asking them for forgiveness or forgiving them for something, and being willing to open your heart again to love and to express your love and come up with new ideas. Especially if you feel stuck in a certain situation and you're feeling like you're not enough and it just is a never-ending situation. So, but I think the world is waiting on you, Sagittarius, and you are definitely starting out on a new path. And this summer, things are really going to pick up. The eclipses are coming in Aquarius and Leo, and that's really going to give you a boost in travel and legal stuff, in creative projects, in publishing, internet related activities, people at a distance. You're going to have a lot of communication going on this summer, a lot of short trips, like I said, travel and long distance travel. Maybe some issues with vehicles coming up this summer, new modes of transportation, new ways of putting yourself out there. So all of this will probably begin to develop in June. Right now, like I said, with the retrogrades, we're all just kind of stuck, and you're trying to work through these issues that you've been having for a long time with your partner and people that you surround yourself with. So I wish you the best in May, Sagittarius, and hopefully things really begin to look up in June. Bye-bye.